Let's solve question number 5, which states that the function f and g are twice differentiable. So if the function is differentiable, of course it is continuous. The table shown gives the values of the function and their first derivative as selected values of x. Let h be the function defined by h of x equals to f of g of x. Then find out h prime of 7. So you know that f of g of x means that here, in order to differentiate the function, you have to use the chain rule. So what does the chain rule says? That first of all, take the derivative of the outer function, write the inner function as it is, and now take the derivative of the inner function. Now since they are asking us to show h prime of 7, so wherever you have the x, substitute by the 7 in order to get a clear picture. Now g of 7, have a look. Where is g of 7? So here g of x, and here is the 7, and the value at 7 for the g of 7 is 0. So here you wrote 0. Now g prime of 7, it means g prime is here, 7 is here, so the value is 8. But here it is f prime of 0. So what is f prime of 0? So at f prime of 0, the value is 3 by 2 times 8. So if you write in the calculator, it will gives you 12. So this is how we get our answer. So in this part, they are saying that let k be the differentiable function such that k prime of x is equal to f of x whole square times g of x. Is the graph concave up or concave down? Now you should know that in order to find the concave up or concave down, we should take the second derivative. And if the second derivative is greater than 0, which means if it is positive, it is concave up. Whereas if the second derivative is less than 0, that means if the answer is negative, which means that it is concave down. So in order to find the concavity, you should take the second derivative, where in the question first derivative is given. Now I am rewriting the first derivative to show you that f of x whole square times g of x. Now here you can see that it is the combination of two functions, which means we will apply the product rule. So according to the product rule, fg prime plus gf prime. So here your f is f of x whole square. To take the derivative, you have to use the chain rule. So bring the 2 here, write the f of x as it is. From the power subtract 1, so we will get 1. Now take the derivative of the inner function, that means f prime of x. Now secondly, your g is g of x, so simple. So the derivative of g of x will be g prime of x. All this information, just put it in this formula. So what we are going to do, k double prime of x equals to, now f, what is your f? F is f of x whole square. G prime is g prime of x plus g, so it is g of x. F prime, it is 2f of x, f prime of x. Now they are asking us to find the concavity points at x equals to 4, which means replace all the x by 4. So don't be in haste. It is a free response question, which means you have to show all the steps. So I am replacing all our x by 4. Now Just find out at 4 all. What is f of 4? Look at the table, f of 4. So it means you have to look at the column of the 4. So f of 4 is equals to 4 power 2. G prime of 4 it's 2 plus G of 4 is negative 3 times 2. Now f of 4 is already, we have seen that it is 4, and f prime of 4 is 3. Now 4 square is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. Minus 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 4 6 times 4 is 24, and 24 times 3 is 72. So 32 minus 72. So k double prime of 4 is equals to negative 40, which is less than 0. It means that the function is, the graph of k is concave down. So you have to write the complete reason that the graph of k is concave down. Okay, so there that's it. Next question. Now next question. The function f and g are twice differentiable. The table shows the functions and their first derivatives at selected value of x. Let m be the function defined by this thing. Find m of 2. Show the work that leads to your answer. So first of all, I am writing here m of x equals to 5x cube plus, now the m of 2 means that the value of x is 2. So from 0 till 2, f prime of t dt. Okay, now they are asking you that whenever we have, let's take the antiderivative of the function. Let's integrate. So we know that if the derivative is given, in order to take the antiderivative of the derivative, you get the function. So you will get plus f of t, and you will apply the fundamental theorem of calculus from 0 till 2. Now, we know all according to fundamental theorem of calculus, f of b minus f of a, which means upper limit minus lower limit. So first of all, wherever t, you will have to replace by the 2 minus lower limit, so that is f of 0. Now replace all the x by 4 by 2. Okay, so they are asking you to replace all the x by 2. So 5 x is 2 cube plus, now let's find out what is f of 2 equals to. So f of 2 is equals to 7 minus what is f of 0. So f of 0 is 10. So 2 cube means 8, 5 8s are 40, 40 plus 7 is 47, 47 minus 10 gives you 37. So m of 2 is equals to 37. Now in this question they are asking you, is the function defined in part C is increasing or decreasing? Now remember that when they ask us to find the increasing or decreasing interval, we can have the first derivative test. Okay, or at least we should know about the first derivative test by finding the derivative of the function. Now in part C, they already gave us the m of x. So I am writing here what they gave us in the part C, m of x equals to f5x cube plus 0 till x f prime of t dt. So here we have to take the derivative of the function. So here we will take the derivative of the integral, and here we will take the basic rule. We will apply the basic rules of derivative. So 3 times 5 is 15. x from the power we subtract 1, so we will get square. Now here applying the fundamental theorem of calculus part 2, wherever we have this t, we will replace by the function. So if you remember, this is the case 1. When the function is up and the number is down, you just replace the function that by the x. So it will be your f prime of x. Now in place of d of t, according to fundamental theorem of calculus part 2, you take the derivative of the function. So the derivative of this x is 1. So now that's it. You have to calculate at x equals to 2. So this is m prime. So m prime of 2 is replace all the x by the 2. F prime of 2 times 1 is 1. So 4 times 15 is 60. Plus what is f prime of 2 is negative 8. So you will get 52. Now 52 is positive. Okay. So 52 is positive, which means that the function is increasing. So you will say that the function is increasing. So when 52 is greater than 0, therefore your conclusion, therefore the function is increasing.